fraction. Now I am going to explain another equation. You can see here these two coefficients are not equal, x coefficient 1 and 2, y coefficient 2 and 3. This is the type of the grade 10. This is type of the grade 10. X coefficient not equal, y coefficient not equal. So what I supposed to do? First way is you have to equalize at least one coefficient. Definitely you should have to equalize a one coefficient. So what I can do in here, I can see here if I multiply this one by 2, it comes equal 2x. So first equations I am going to multiply by 2. Here I show you first equation I am going to multiply by 2. 2x, 2 into 2, 4y. I multiply 110 by 2, 220. Now last type you don't want to change your equations. What's the reason? The reason is it's having at least one coefficient equal. If you have an equal coefficient, you don't want to do any changes to equation. You just add or subtract, you can convert to the linear system. But if it is unequal coefficient, very first thing is you have to convert your equations to equal coefficient equation system. So you can see here x plus 2 equal 110, 2x plus 3y equal 190. Then I will, this should be 3 not 2. You have to correct this as 3. I multiply this one and I get the next equation. Now I am going to what? I can see using 2 and 3. I told this is 3. 2 and 3 I can remove 2x. Why? Because x coefficients are equal. So what I supposed to do? I have to get the difference. Why I am getting difference? Why I don't add these two equation? What's the reason? So I can't add these two. If I add these two, it comes 2x plus 2x 4x. So definitely I should have to get the difference. That time it is cancelled out. So you have to figure out you are adding or subtract. So you can't do both. So here I have to subtract because equal coefficient and equal sign. This sign is plus, this sign is plus. So then I get the difference in here. I have to put a bracket and 220 get minus 100. I wrote this equation first, then I get the difference by this. Then this side I wrote first and get the difference by this. Now I can see here my equations simplify, minus here plus minus minus. Then I can cut this 2x and 4x minus 3y. What's the value? Y equal 30. Then y equal 30 I am going to substitute my first equation. I am going to substitute my first equation. So what I supposed to do? The first equations I can see here 2y. So I put 30 here. Then 2y. That means 2 into 30. Then I can get x plus 60 equal 110. Then I can shift 60 to the other side. X equal 110 minus 60. Then last value x equal 50. Okay. Now you can see you got y value is 30 and x value is 50. Now I am going to explain another one. You can see here you can't identify, there are no equal coefficient. This one also not equal, this one also not equal. If you multiply one equation, you can't equalize. So you have to do something for both equation. This is little bit harder than previous one. Both equation you should have to multiply. So which one you are going to equalize? M or N. So this is looks like your fraction. When you are doing fractions, if it is not equal denominators, what I supposed to do? We have to find the LCM of the denominators and then we multiply some numbers. This is same as, so if you take 2 and 3, what is the LCM of 2 and 3? It is 6. You can convert this to the 6, or otherwise you can convert this 3 and 5, 15. So you can convert to the 15 both ends. Okay, so I think first I label equation 1 and 2. Then I am going to multiply. So I am going to equalize first one to 6. It is easy. I multiply by first equations by 3. So look at this, from first equation by 3. This is the first equation. 6 m's comes here because 3 into 2 6 m's. This is multiplied by 3. It is 9. This is multiplied by 3. It is 39. Then second equations I have to multiply by 2. Look at the second equations. This is my second equations, multiply by 2. So it comes 6m and again multiply by 2. It comes 10n. It is 42. Okay, now you can see here from fourth and third one uh, we can get this one. So what I supposed to do, I have to get the difference because I can't add these two equations. Then minus 6m minus 9n, then I can cut 6m, then 10 minus 9, it n equal 3. This is very simple type of equations. You can just get the n equal 3. Now next part is n substitute 3, n equal 3. I am going to substitute any equations, but I have 1 2 3 4 equations, but I don't use these equations because if you are substituting some values in here, I will multiply 3 or 2 again, so it will be little bit huge number. So better way is get your original one. Using original equations, you can substitute n equal 3. So I put here 3, then 9, then my final answer is m equal 2. So I think you got that one also. So if you don't have both equal coefficients, so you have to sometimes build 3 or 4 equations. So last one, previous one, I think you remember, you go up to 3 equation. So when you are labeling last one, when you are labeling 1 2 3 equations, but in this case you go up to 1 2 3 4 equation. So you have to go 1 2 3 4 equation. The last one, grade 11, you can see here grade 11. Here look at this one, half m plus 2 over 3 n equal 1 5 6 m n 1 over 3 n equal 4. These are the fractional coefficients. So last part I have done with the substitution system. Here you can go with the elimination system. So first I label 1 and 2. Now I want to do equalize these coefficients. So first I check by multiply one number can I equalize this system. If I can't do by multiply by one number, I have to first remove these. This is called my denominators. I am going to remove all the denominators. So I have to find out what is the 2 and 3 here, LCM of this one. Then I have to multiply whole equations by this 2 and 3 LCM. Then this also I have to multiply. So I have to convert these equations to equations without fractional coefficient. That means I want to remove all the fractional coefficients. So how I do that one? I have to find these two LCM, then whole equations multiplied by LCM. This also multiply by it LCM. Then I can build a equation set without fractional coefficient. Okay. So what I have to do in here, 2 and 3 6, then I multiply all the terms by 6, I get a coefficient equations without fractional coefficient. So what is the LCM of this one? 6. I multiply by this is by 6, this one also by 6, and my right side also 6. Then it comes equations without fractional coefficient. Then I can do the grade 10 system. Then I can apply here, but I can see the special way. If I multiply this equation by 2, I can get the 2 here, then equal fractional coefficient. You can see here, if I multiply this equation by 2, it comes equal fractional coefficient. So I can do that. I am going to multiply second equation by 2. Now 10 by 6m, here look at this, 5 into 2 10, 3 over 2 8. Now you can see third equation and consider third equation and consider first equations, because I already used the second equation. Then I can use these two equations. I can do the elimination system. What I supposed to do, I get the difference of the 3 by 1. I am going to subtract 1 from 3. So what are the value in third one? These two. What are the value in first one? These two. So I get the difference. Then I can see here this 10m over m 2 by 3n. I can cut these two. This 2 over 3n and minus 2 over 3n I can cancel out. Then I have to solve this 10 over 6 mn 1 over 3. Then I can cut this one 5 over 3. It can be write as a 5 over 3, or otherwise you can find it is easily find your common denominator. Then you can solve it. 6 over 7, then multiply both sides by 6 and divide by 7. It comes m equal 6. Then m equal 6 can be substituted any values. So I am going to substitute my first equation. Then m is 6 here, I put 6 here. Then it comes 3 plus 2 over n equal 1. Then the final value 2 over 3 n equal 1 minus 3 n 2 n equal minus 6 n equal minus 3. Thank you very much.